Will it survive? That's what we are about to find out. Welcome to Evo India, and today we are pushing the Harley-Davidson X440 to its ultimate breaking point and beyond in a series of brutal, bone-jarring tests to answer that one question. Has this been built to tackle the harshest of realities that you would find on the road? Welcome to impacts, submersions, and ultimate destruction. The Harley-Davidson X440, a new breed, a new promise. But promises are easy to make. We are here to see if it can keep them when things get extreme. This is not going to be your average Sunday cruise. We've got a series of tests, a gauntlet of abuses that would make most other bikes weep. This is going to be a trial by fire, and our mission to find out how truly robust this Harley-Davidson is. Now, the idea came about after seeing the X440 being ridden at the dirt track races that Harley-Davidson organizes, and the bikes there, they really survive some solid abuse. And that's where we thought to ourselves, why don't we test this to ultimate destruction? And because I'm not built for ultimate destruction, we've got our very own Karan Ramgopal and Sunny Dore at Pro Dirt Adventure Camp in Pune. Before you ask why aren't there any road tests here, the Hero MotoCorp engineers, as part of their million-mile validation cycles, have tested everything possible on tarmac. 24 hours at high speed, they have their own test track where it has obviously been tested too. What we are here to do is put the bike through the extremes. Things that a bike would or would not endure over its entire life, over our glorious roads in India in a matter of a few days. Our testing ground, the unforgiving tracks at Pro Dirt Adventure Camp in Pune. Our methods, brutal. Our expectations, high. Let the trials begin.
We couldn't have asked for a better place to put the Harley-Davidson X440 through its paces. We will find everything over here to make sure that we can absolutely test the limits of the X440. Heck, just getting here in a Multi this dirty and I haven't even started riding yet. So here's how it goes. Test number 1. We're going to be throwing everything at the X440. This is a proper hardcore off-road test. We have mud, we have rocks, we have ruts, we have big jumps, and all of this has been designed in such a way that we will be testing the frame strength, the suspension's capability to cope with all that abuse. And then at the end of 2 full hours of doing that, we're going to be seeing how the Harley-Davidson X440 fares. Sunny is on the line. And off he goes. And there he went. His tires are scrabbling for grip, like I said, road tires. So that's one of the biggest challenges we're facing over here. But apart from that, all the jumps, all the ruts, all the slides, it seems to be handling really well. Will it last 2 hours? That's what we have to find out. Now, there are many places in the track where the bike is going to be under extreme load because there are some big jumps. There's a mega jump over there, and that it takes a proper beating when it's landing. So the suspension is going to be really worked hard over there. Then over here, as you can see, it's a lot of slush, it's a lot of this thing, but there are also a lot of rocks in there. So he has to make sure that the bike is not deflecting, all of that. And again, this is a road bike, so this is not at all what it was designed for. But clearly, as you can see, he's doing it very well.
So riding this 440 for 2 hours is quite interesting in this kind of a terrain. Climb, jump. Go right and then momentum. Go, 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 go. Throttle. Nice.
Okay, that was properly intense, and the rain didn't help one bit. It just made things that much more tricky for us to deal with. But Sunny, what do you think? I mean, like, what expectations did you have going into doing something like this with a bike like this?
So first thing, riding this for an hour on the track like this, like we have a 1.6 kilometer track which is having jumps, tight turns, slushy part, and as you can see, the suspension is quite good. So oil seal टूटा नहीं है, कुछ हुआ नहीं है.
It's held up really well, and it had taken some proper abuse.
Yeah.
Like when I tried to jump it, of course didn't jump as much as you did, but like even watching you land those jumps, it was very composed. This is not exactly what I thought a bike like this would do.
Correct.
Like, of course, purpose-built bikes will do it very easily, but for something like this to do it is pretty surprising. There's not a single bend in the rim. We've not lost tire pressure. The frame looks completely intact. We had a few falls. I fell, he fell. The handlebar is intact. The levers haven't broken. You'll see the falls in this video as well. So that is pretty mega, and I think it's safe to say test 1 successful. So with that, test 1 is out of the way, and the Harley absolutely aced it. So it's now time to up the ante and make things that much more difficult. What you see is a very steep incline, very big boulders. It's slippery, it's been raining, it is raining as we speak. It's a bit slushy as well. This is the kind of terrain motocross bikes ride almost exclusively. But what we're going to be doing is sending the Harley-Davidson X440 up here, making a loop, coming down a steep incline and coming back up here again. A wise man once said, when you can't do something, accept it and bow out. That's exactly what I'm doing over here, because I do not have what it takes to ride this, which is why this test is going to be Sunny only. Now it's very simple. I have told him to do 10 laps of this loop. If the Harley can do 10 laps, I'm going to be absolutely staggered, because this is no joke. I don't know if the camera is conveying the incline, but this is ridiculously steep. The rocks are massive. One blunder, one error could mean serious trouble, not just for the bike but for the riders as well. So let's see how the Harley-Davidson X440 fares in this extreme hill climb plus rutted road test. Whew. I, for one, I am very happy that I didn't ride that test, because for a fact, if not the bike, I would have broken for sure. So, Sunny, what do you think before you started the test? Like, just looking at this terrain, looking at all those gnarly rocks coming up that steep of an incline, what did you think was initially going to happen?
So the first thing, I thought it will be not possible for this machine, because this place, the hill climb, got a big rocks. And it's a kind of a challenge. It's a climb with big rocks and ruts, and it's raining, so it's quite challenging. But something is there in this bike that it did it well.
Yeah.
So on a first gear, I tried it on a first gear first. Then I got stuck in between. Then I shifted to second, and something is there, like engine. Wow.
Like a tractor, it just pulls,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
that.
it's like,
So that not only makes things like this possible, but it also makes it seem actually easy. Now, I'm not going to go and say that this is easy to do, but that ability of the engine to just pull and very cleanly chug along makes things like this possible. And then, of course, there's a solid chassis setup. The suspension, the wheels, everything has held up. There's not a single thing I can see wrong. Of course, yes, the exhaust and some parts of the underside has gotten scratched, but I mean, I was honestly expecting dents and cracks, but none of that has happened. So it's safe to say test 2, which was a serious step up over test 1, Successful.
And here we go!
Now we're going to see how this Harley-Davidson X440 can handle a heavy load. Now, to find that out, we're going to be seeing if this bike can tow that pickup truck, because that pickup truck is approximately how heavy your luggage will be when you're going out for a nice long pan-India tour. Now, this is going to determine the strength of the engine under duress and the overall stability of the motorcycle. So the idea is simple. Sunny is on the X440. We have fabricated a nice little mount over here to which the tow rope is connected, and that tow rope goes to the tow bar of the pickup truck. And Sunny has to make sure that he tows the pickup truck with the power of the engine, and he'll have to do so while maintaining and keeping an eye out for the engine temperature, making sure that that doesn't shoot up, and to ensure that the clutch is not slipping as well. So that is going to be things that he has to look out for, and what you have to look out for is just how far that pickup truck moves. So there you have it, the X440 made towing just the truck seem very simple. So we decided to add another what, 300-400 kilos, and it did that with a lot of ease as well.
So I think it's safe to say test number 3 successful.
Good show, guys. Now that the riding is done and the bike still hasn't yet got destroyed, we're going to have a few more tests. Now, monsoons in India are no joke. In fact, waterlogged streets are a common hazard, and that's why we are going to submerge the X440 into this tank for 15 minutes. If there's any damage that's going to happen, that will happen within 15 minutes, and after that time, we're going to lift it out, fire the bike up, and see if it still has the will to live. Okay, moment of truth. We've not done
Part 1.
part one. Now, we've not done anything to the bike. We've checked the oil through the window there, and it does look a bit discolored, but we'll deal with that later on. We're going to first see whether the electricals work. So we've not done, honestly, I swear, we've not done anything to the bike. We've not opened anything.
Let's do this.
Okay, it's come on.
Oh,
Screen has come on.
The screen has come on. Electronics are working. We've not even wiped the bike down. Nothing. Start.
Okay, before you start it, just see if the fuel pump primes. It does.
We've not done anything. Nothing. We've not even taken out the air filter, not dried it, nothing. And it started on the first crank. I swear to God, we've not on over here.
That's insane. I mean, even if it's not going to run properly, the fact that you can just get it from where it is to where you need to get like a service station, it's...
Yeah, that's right. So obviously if your bike is submerged, you will take it to the service station, but you don't have to call an RSA. You can ride the bike to the service station.
And as you can see, the idle is going up, so I think it is trying to sort itself out.
And you know the best part, even the engine check light hasn't come on. There's only the side stand down warning, and that's it. I could probably ride this to the service center. Also, when your bike gets submerged, take it to the service center. Even if it starts like this. So what we're actually getting to is the air filter to see how did the air filter not get wet and how did the bike actually start. So this is our own R&D that we are doing. And next we will get to the oil. So the air box is full of water. The air filter is properly wet. yet the bike started. Normally, bikes don't start with so much water in it, but it started. That's bonkers, huh? This bike just refuses to die. So while Karan puts the air filter and the oil filter back on, we line up for one final test. The test that there is no coming back from.
Hope I can ride it then.
We're going to hoist the X440 30 feet up in the air and let gravity do its worst. This test is for science and maybe a little bit of spectacle.
This is the point of no return. This is going to get properly messy. For all of its toughness, this is nothing but a death sentence. It's now time to see what truly breaks, what, if anything, survives.
And if it starts, actually.
Yeah, actually, if it starts and if it's rideable, I think there's only one way to find out.
All right, let's see what state the bike is in. Sunny, you want to pick it up? Okay, I've got it. Okay, now the moment of truth. First the ignition.
And the electronics come on.
Bike starting. Okay, it's in neutral. The levers are also not broken. Okay.
Surprising.
Who wants to try starting it?
You go for it.
No way. No way. We've dropped it 30 feet and it's still starting. Well, there's still one more test. You get your gear and let's see if it is rideable.
Okay, so a few crucial things I want to check whether they have broken or not. Fork seals absolutely intact. Rims seem fine. None of the levers have taken a hit. Frame looks intact. I really wasn't expecting this. I'm not prepared for what to say to tell you to the camera right now because I was expecting some things to break, but nothing has. So now it's time for Sunny to ride it and tell us how it rides. The Harley-Davidson X440, it survived literally everything we could throw at it, including being thrown off of a crane.
So riding this bike, I tried my best to break it by doing some badass good jumps, even riding in a slash, riding a hill climb where with a big rocks in between. But still the bike was behaving in a good manner.
Yeah, there's not even a broken lever, you're right. In fact, it's in such a good condition, you just wash it off, Karan, and you can ride it back to the office.
Yeah, and that pretty much proves that this is not just a pretty face. It's a survivor, it's got grit, it's tenacious, and it handled literally everything that we could throw at it. I'm pretty sure there aren't many other bikes in the Indian market.
The last part was surprising, like dropping the bike from 30 feet and I was like, okay,
Mar gaya.
Mar gaya. So I won't able to ride, but the moment the bike dropped and me and Shirish were running and I started the bike and then like, wow, it was. I did a couple of rounds and it was surprisingly good.
So to answer your question, how tough is the X440? We submerged it, it started. We dropped it, it started. We could ride it. Like I said, we can ride it back to the office. This thing is built like a tank. This thing has surpassed it and exceeded all our expectations. What a machine. Hey, we can do a thing now. He's fishing and then